Hey guys, Jay here, and today we're going to be climbing Mount Everest using only a black cauldron and a hammer. I know it sounds ridiculous, but this guy right here make it sound very serious. Basically, the goal of the game is just to climb the obstacle, and yeah, that's it. And later through the game you will get very mad. Oh, that was easy. I'm in the top of the tree. I'm in the top of the tree. I'm the king of the world. Begin. Oh, come on. Same stop. Okay, maybe I have to based in my calculations. I should be able to. Okay. I'm supposed to go here.
Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. And don't worry, I'll save your progress, always.
Okay.
Even your mistakes.
Even my mistakes. Okay.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking.
Okay.
The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games.
Yes.
And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and
How am I
recycled
supposed to
parts,
do this?
and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed.
Okay,
Some
I have to
cliffs
go
are too sheer or
up
too slippery. And the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
Boom.
Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over.
Okay.
And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real.
I can do this. Boom.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real
Yeah, you're not
punch in the gut.
helping. Go up here and go. Oh, go up here. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, okay. What am I supposed to do? Huh? Wait, what's that?
The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game
Can't
about it.
reach it.
A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player, rather than as a imaginary mountains are built themselves. And it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something
wait,
real.
or maybe I wasn't supposed to go there. Maybe I'm supposed to go
When you're building a
here.
video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with.
No, Ryan.
And in the
no.
process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
Dish. Bali. Oh. I'm never going to get customers. This is impossible. Oh my gosh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Yeah. How am I supposed to do this? This is hard. Up. Yes. No.
For years now, people have been
Okay,
predicting
I'm
that
supposed
games
to go
would
here.
soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made,
Okay.
although a lot of them are.
Okay,
I
there's
mean
a
they're
truck
trash in the way that
outside
food becomes
and
trash as soon as you
it is loud.
Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context. And once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
I can do this. I can do this. Don't fall. I can do this. I feel you. I feel you. I just have to go here. Why can't I go here?
Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. You could build culture out of trash, but only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music, B philosophy. Maybe this is what digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted.
Yes. Bye.
There's 3D models of breakfast, Gen X's fanfic novels, Scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled.
Okay.
Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight. Oof, sorry about that.
It's okay, it's not important.
An hour later.
They feed me on cornbread and cheese.
Please. I don't want to fall again.
On cornbread and cheese, and I ain't gonna be treated this way.
Oh, that was hard. Yes, oh my gosh. Yes, no, yes, no, yes.
$10 shoe fits my feet. A $10 shoe fits my feet.
How am I supposed to do this?
$10 shoe fits my feet, and I ain't gonna be treated this way.
And sure.
Going where the weather suits my clothes. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes, and I ain't going to be treated this way.
Okay, so there's a big gap here, and I don't want to fall here again. Yes, okay. I'm back. I'm back, yes. I'm back. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Here? No! Okay.
In this context, it's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things?
Come on, you can do this. You can do this, Randaman. You can do this. No, yes, no, yes.
The soul would have no rainbow had the eyes no
Okay,
tears.
not bad.
John
Still
Vance
here.
Chain.
Bad. No, 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 no. Yes, no, yes, no. Yes, no, yes, no. Yes, okay. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Okay. I have to like do this. Oh, it's hard. How can anyone do this? Come on, Bobby. Come on, Bobby. I'm gonna call you Bobby. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna.
The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before. That's the deal. C.S. Lewis.
No. I quit. I'm so mad. Okay. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and hit push notifications. I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.
Bye.